Having clear communication pathways and reporting procedures within your team environment is a crucial emergency preparation strategy. It is important to take a deliberate approach to establishing a safety and communication plan that includes in-team protocols and processes around reporting and emergency procedures. Without this planning, power dynamics and unnecessary vulnerabilities can emerge. An in-team safety and communication plan addresses the internal risk management avenues in terms of people, reporting processes, communication pathways, and tools like transportation and communication devices like satellite phones. It is important to get feedback and buy-in from the team to make sure that the plan is clear and feels comfortable and fair across every team member. The content introduced in this lesson is being regularly required by funding agencies. For example, the National Science Foundation has new requirements for safe and inclusive working environments for off-campus or off-site research that needs to be initiated at the time of proposal submission. These require field team leaders to include a plan for addressing potential hostile behaviors, such as the abuse of any person or conduct that is unwelcome. They also require that the plan identify steps that the proposing principal investigator or organization will take to nurture an inclusive field environment, and that they have an established communication plan, especially to minimize reporting protocols that funnel through a single contact point. Before getting into the field, create an in-team safety and communication plan. There are 4 main elements to an effective plan. Identify several neutral parties. Address access to emergency communication devices. Address access to transportation. And create well-defined and accessible incident reporting structures. Let's look at each of these specifically. Identifying neutral parties. So establishing ideally 2 to 3 people within the field team who are designated ombudsman-like neutral parties is essential. These people serve a multidimensional role within the field team. They can receive complaints or reports from incidents from both bystanders and targets. They initiate reporting processes which lie beyond the field team. They are outlets for the targets, and they respect confidentiality. They protect targets by maintaining privacy and by getting them to the support that they need to continue their work. And they generally have no supervisory capacity or power authority over the team members. Having multiple people in this role, ideally of differing backgrounds, is helpful so that individuals have a choice as to who they may feel more comfortable reporting to. Having multiple people also helps in complex situations so that several hands can help support all involved, including the witnesses. Having more than one person also provides a safeguard in case an identified neutral person is involved in the incident itself. In some instances, there are no neutral parties within the field team, and in that case, consider if there is someone at home that is phone accessible that can fill this role. Potential vulnerabilities are created here if a single person holds the only satellite phone in a group. That person can be perceived to hold disproportionate power. Inherently, this creates inequitable access to a critical communication tool, imposing vulnerability on others. So consider multiple communication devices, kept in various locations with clearly written protocols to avoid misuse. This may pose practical challenges for projects on tight budgets or within small teams, so consider this before going into the field. Institutional protocols on vehicle use may make vehicle access across the team tricky or not feasible, and think through this ahead of time as well and create as much access as possible. One practical approach is that a neutral person should have the authority to use the vehicle, and they can assist anyone in need. The final key element to an in-team safety and communication plan is to establish clear reporting structure and procedures. This should be shared with every team member and carried in the field, and it needs to show a clear order of operations when resolutions can be managed in the field and by whom and when they need to be reported externally. Check out an example of a reporting flowchart in our toolbox that you can adopt and modify as you see fit. The in-team safety and communication plan should be discussed at the very early stages of fieldwork and open to discussion or feedback from the team. And it can be included as part of the Code of Conduct, which will be discussed more in Module 3.